Chapter 31. On the morning bus to school, sunlight pours through the window onto my face. It's cold enough that my breath leaves a little cloud of condensation on the glass. I fog the window with a long exhale, then make a dot in the middle with my fingertip. I curve around the dot, making a spiral out to the edge. Then another finger, drawing a road or something, touches mine. I look up to meet the eyes of one of the Latino brothers peeking over the seat behind me. He gives me a closed-lipped smile. Smile back, says a voice in my head, but I freeze. Something like fear must have jumped into my eyes because the boy turns back to his window and curves his road in a new direction. As we run into the school building, I brush the boy out of my mind and think, the wheepie sold, the wheepie sold, the wheepie sold. I rush up to Zuri as we go to English. Seeing her in person makes my trip feel more exciting and less scary. Yay, I say, squeezing her arm. Let's tell Jaden. It's sold, I squeal, doing a small hop. So you seem a little happy, Jaden jokes. As we take our seats, he whispers, that's so much money. Good going. I barely manage to sit still until lunch, and we walk to the cafeteria in high spirits. This day feels like wall-to-wall good luck. Mamito had a meltdown-free morning. Now I'll get Jay-Z FaceTime. I put a quesadilla in my lunch, and choir will prep for the December concert. And we'll all go to Gertie's Yogurt after school, and then I'll get money for my bus ticket. It's a hands-down definite good day. When we sit down, Jaden says, great to have you back, Kihana. Back? I laugh. Where did I go? Last night you were like, low. He overpronounces the last word, letting his voice drop to a bass note. I guess I was. Really, though, he says, I was worried. Well, Dad's, you know. I started on my quesadilla. Zuri adds, he sure wants you to play guitar. I mean, yeah, but it's more than that. He only wants me to play Spanish songs. He even wants me to sing to my grandmother in Guatemala. It sounds ludicrous even as I say it. He's taking over this thing that was like mine, and he always does. But you're not going to Guatemala, Jaden says. Right, I say, but he doesn't know that. Why can't you sing your own songs? Jaden shakes his head. Thank you. Zuri's chewing slowly, watching me. Did you tell him this? I think back. I guess I didn't tell him. Not exactly. Why didn't I? It's his guitar. I mean, I guess I could ask to use it and just tell him he can't interfere. That's why I want to do it alone. This sounds iffy. I could see his eyes going either sharp or liquidy. Neither one good. The conversation tilts back to regular school stuff, but I don't listen. Could I actually talk to Dad? Would he hear me? When the bell rings, Jaden waves his hand in front of my face. Hello! Yogurt coordination time! Let's meet by the front office after school. Yogurt, right. I remind myself that today I'm celebrating. By the time the school day ends, I've wrestled my mind back into the Lucky Express destination. Fun. Jaden, I say. Kiki, he says, meeting my fist with his in the air. Z, I say. This is going to be marvelous, she says, leading the way. Gertie's Yogurt is across the street and down a half block. We have all the way till 4:15 before our moms pick us up. Plus, with round tables for 3 people, I can sit next to Jaden for sure. Marvelous, echoes Jaden. I love her burlesqueness, he says to me in a stage whisper. But then the opposite of luck. Seth waves to us from across the yard. Oh yeah, I meant to ask you guys. Can Seth come? Jaden asks. My hopes take a nosedive. But Jaden's eyes are revved up to extra shine, and Seth is walking toward us. We obviously can't say no. Sure? Zuri looks at me for confirmation. Of course, I say, forcing my politeness gears into motion. Want to come for yogurt, Jaden asks. Sounds great, says Seth. I'll text my dad. We shove our hands in our pockets and brave the cold. My mom said it was too cold for frozen yogurt, I say. Never, Jaden says, jutting his index finger into the air. All weather is yogurt weather, Seth pronounces. They're both laughing out loud as we cross the street. We spiral yogurt into paper cups and find a rectangular table for 4. I sit across from Jaden since Seth takes the next seat. I don't want to talk about the wheepie with Seth there, so I say, hey guys, our choir concert date got announced in class today. It's December 9th at 7:30. You in? Of course, says Zuri. Great, I say. There's this one piece I especially love, one of my favorites ever. Is that a Monday? Seth is shifting in his seat. Jade and I usually watch Monday Night Football at my house. But Seth, says Jaden, this'll be a big night. I think I should go. We can miss one game. Should. The words the word sounds louder in my ears than the rest of the sentence. Seth nods, then gives a little salute. Whatever you say, Captain Winters. After that, I have trouble holding up my corner of our four-way conversation. But soon it's mostly two-way. Jaden and Seth talk theater class while Zuri and I listen. What made you think to improve that cell phone conversation? I just went with what Danielle started. No, but then the beach ball. I know, Mr. H is like crazy sometimes. I keep hoping the guys will touch on something I can add to, but I'm relieved when Zuri asks about Mamito. Last night, he figured out how to twang those coil things behind the doors, I tell her. Door stops. So that was pretty much our evening. She laughs, but it's half-hearted. We listen to Jaden and Seth for a minute. You should have been there, Jaden says to us the fourth time. Sounds like it, I say, letting my annoyance show a bit. I don't think they mean to leave us out, but Seth and Jaden have chemistry. They're in sync, like a pilot and a co-pilot. My plastic spoon is scraping the bottom of the cup before I figure it out. Their banter back and forth, their deep smiles. How did I not notice before? They like each other. As in, like. The sky of my heart cracks. Their conversation sounds like it's underwater. I am intensely focused, suddenly, on not crying. Now Jaden's turning to me, demonstrating a crazy tongue twister they say to warm up their voices in theater. Something about a sick sheep, but I don't hear him well. My memory's black box is lining up facts in my brain. Jaden sitting with two girls at lunch, Jaden talking to me without ever flirting, Jaden and Zuri in the friend zone for years. It all makes sense. This flight was doomed from the beginning. Jaden will never fall for me. He's fallen for Seth. Jaden checks his phone. Almost 4:15. We better stand outside or your mom will flip out, Z. When she drives up, I'm not nearly as happy as I thought I would be with my thick envelope of weepy money. Thoughts about Jaden have taken all the excitement out of what was supposed to be my moment of triumph. Are you sure you're comfortable carrying this much cash? I could write your mom a check instead. No thanks, Miss Thomas. My mom will be here in a minute. I won't be carrying it for long. Thankfully, she accepts this and drives off. Then Seth's dad comes. Normally, I would feel really lucky to have Jaden to myself, but I feel like my brain is misfiring. Hey, text me tonight, Jaden said. I make myself say, okay. I want to hear about your choir pieces and remind me what time to come. He says all the right things, but I can't figure out how to act. Oh, you don't have to come, really. It's football night. I try to sound like I'm teasing. Are you kidding? Of course I'll be there. He's being a good friend, so stop being disappointed, I tell myself. He's been a friend to me all along. Now I need to be a friend to him. I can remember how to do this. How to enjoy Jaden for who he is, not just as boyfriend material. Try, says a voice in my head. Try harder. I'd love for you to come, I say, looking right into his eyes. It's the truest thing I can say. Well, good, because I'll be there with bells on. Jingle bells! No Christmas jokes until after Thanksgiving, I say, mustering all my energy to sound normal. Okay, I'll try to quit cold turkey. He waggles his eyebrows, then his mom pulls up and he's gone. I'm relieved. Now I can go ahead and feel like pieces glued together. Thinking of the envelope in my backpack doesn't help much. I go back inside to warm up. My brain skips to another thought, and my heart lurches again. The song. I can't sing it to him now. I've been writing a song that will never be heard. When Mom drives up, I run through the biting wind to the car. What flavor did you get? She asks. I don't even remember. You were right, I say. It's too cold for frozen yogurt.